All right. Defending failure. And I begin this deep dive in introduction focusing on two things: Game of Thrones and Star Wars. And this is why defending failure is important. Well, first things first, we have to get it out of the way. When some things fail, what do? We like to bash on them. And is it good or bad? It's kind of bad, but yet it's so fun to bash on what people had done with certain products. Whether it be Starks and Lannisters, Targaryens, or Han Solo, R2-D2, and not to mention someone called Luke Skywalker. These things, it's so fun to bash on them. It's so fun to poke. And honestly, I'm one of them. It's so fun to do. But last year, after Star Wars came out, I discovered something fun, and that was why we need to defend failure. And what this fun is this. I had various conversations with one of my brothers, with my cousin's husband, and other friends. And that was a phrase. What would you do different if you were in charge of the entire new trilogy? And I heard marvelous ideas. It was so fun. It was so, interesting to hear how all my friends and family actually had this imagination. It was fun. And hearing that, I start to realize more and more how strange, how a failure of execution inspired so much. Yes, it was out of spite, but still, it was so fun. And if you go through YouTube and you see a lot of YouTubers saying what they would do with a certain product, it is a lot, and I mean a lot, of YouTubers are saying what they would do different with some things. And that got me thinking, that's it. We need to do the weird. We must defend the failures. Why? Well, here's the thing. Failure actually can inspire storytellers. Or people with a bad product inspire them to do more with that. And it is amazing. Really, it is amazing to see how many people open their imagination, open their deep thoughts, open about, what they thought about what they would do different. It is amazing. As much as Tolkien inspired many writers, how Stephen King opened all of us to horror, they are good at it. Their thing. They inspired a lot. But I can't help but wonder, with the fall of some shows, that we may see also new form of storytellers. I mean, I found a book series. Book 1 is called School of Magic. And this book author he kind of poked at, or she, I can't remember. I forgot the name of the author, but I remember the first book of the book series, Schooled in Magic. And it's a 15 or 16 books. I only got up to book 6. There's a whole lot. But the reason why I say this is this book author saw flaws of Harry Potter, and they made their own series inspired by that failure. 16 books! I saw on Audible that it got a lot of high reviews. It's amazing. Through what they saw was flaw, they made better in their opinion and inspired a big book series with a lot of good reviews. My opinion on it, I'm going to save that for episode 2 of this, part 2. But that is the thing with failure, can actually inspire others to be imaginative. And that's what I feel like we need to be doing. Do we need a bash? Certainly. Do we have to? We can if we want. But what do you do when you're done? Are you going to go, it was bad, it was stupid, why did they do it? Or you can go, what would I do different? What would be done differently if I was in charge? What would I do? And that's the better option. Because we suddenly start thinking in a different format. We start opening up. Does it have to be books? Does it have to be movies or TV shows? No. It can actually be a product. It could actually be, well, a hiccup. And it's so interesting to see that with failure. We can actually evolve and grow by seeing the flaws and trying to improve on them, in our opinion. Why do I say in our opinion? Because what one person doesn't like, others do. Because again, in my review, I enjoyed the new Star Wars films. Well, not the films, but the last one. I thought they did good. While everyone else thought it didn't do good, and they had their opinions on it. And I have to say, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. But it doesn't mean we're right or wrong. R2-D2 will still always have a place in my heart. So will Star Wars. But it was interesting to have these discussions. It was almost a game. What would you do if you were in charge? What would you do differently? It was fun. It was building. And I feel like that is one format of failure we need to defend. Because with that discussion, you can see your friends kind of, well, what I would do different, and actually have them think on it. And right now, during this time period of where America is right now, I won't be surprised if more storytellers will come out from this. They have nothing, we're stuck inside. There's very little we can do that we think of. But if you watch something and you don't like it, bash on it a bit and start thinking to yourself, what would you do different? And pretty soon, before you know it, you're actually making a story, your own story. Change names, do a little bit more, tweak a little, twerk a little. Don't twerk, but do some mix mash and such. And before you know it, you can be building your own story. You can be having fun. You can make this into anything. This is how interesting failure is. And it's something we need. We need to promote a bit more. As much as we like to bash, also I have that question. What would I do different? And open your mind. And see where this game will go. See what your mind can do. It's a fun conversation piece. It's a game. Try this. What would you do? And that you will get from hearing something called failure. Again, what would you do different? I would like to know. And this is it.